Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody, wherever part of the world you're currently listening to our video blog and podcast. My name is Al Mina, the concept author of Face Economics, which is the utilization of the social media platform in economic development worldwide. So I'm starting off this video blog pertaining to the overall um, impact of social media in today's world in various societies, countries, cultures, you know, um, modern interpretation of hype and even the application of technology in today's reality. As you all know, when I first started and even put together my book concept, which is Face Economics, to utilize uh, and impact economic development, creating opportunities in various markets around the world, you know, providing jobs, encouraging entrepreneurship, connecting markets, showcasing countries that are, potential investment destination or even tourist destinations. So those were my motivations per se regarding my concept and why I decided to do my research, put together my hypothesis, utilizing um, various market indicators around the world. And back then, when I was in college, when I started drafting the book Face Economics, like it, uh, you know, Facebook and any other social media platform were just at their genesis. They were just starting out. They're, trying to basically um, showcase um, various um, social connection agenda. Okay. Mark Zuckerberg's main agenda back then was to have college students and friends, family members connect with each other using a platform where they can all congregate. Okay. It wasn't geared towards economic development and definitely not, within um, economic, you know, support type of agenda. So I saw a very different dimension to Facebook and to other social media platform when I was in college, when I was leading the International Business Council. At my university back then, at Liberty University, I basically saw the platform as an economic platform and a market development platform um, above, the typical and the original intention by the creators of, Facebook and social media. So when I was leading my group at the university, I saw how my group members were using their social media platform basically to introduce, all sorts of market stimulants. May it be, product placement, may it be tourist destination, advertising content, you name it. They were sharing those kind of contents on their social media platform so that basically gave me the idea of connecting the dots and creating the concept of face economics, the utilization of the social media platform, economic development. I was in college. Okay, I don't mean to date myself, but I've been out of college for quite some time now. And as my concept evolved my books, um, you know, like these, I'm going to show you some of my books. So the original book was this one here. I'm sorry for those that are listening to our podcast. You won't be able to see the books, but you can go to our YouTube channel and all our social media platform channels, video channels. You can check them out. So these are the books that basically evolve economics, people power, how people were utilizing, social media platform, and up to the recent publication that I just put out, you know, basic economics, a world reset after the pandemic, and in social media we trust. Okay, there was quite a bit of stuff that you can basically write about on the evolution of the social media platform in the marketplace. And I've even written a book on how um, people can utilize, the evolution in the marketplace between these barbecue markets. I don't know if y'all can see it, you know, barbecue markets, how, certain conditions are basically evolving using the social media platform. Um, so fast forward to today, year 2024, December the 16th. I'm opining pertaining to certain conditions that I believe manifested throughout the years, pertaining to the social media platforms, and even Facebook today. It's definitely not what it used to be. In the past, it was supposed to connect people. Now it's becoming more of a police platform where they're silencing people's content. And then they're basically, trying to architect a marketplace and a society based off of what they think ought to be done, not based off of their expertise or previous background or even capacity. Okay. The social media platform is supposed to be apolitical, non-party, you know, platform, which doesn't endorse a specific agenda, maybe a political agenda or social, architect agenda or anything that would basically reduce the rights of the people, civil rights and human rights of the people utilizing their platform. Because the way that Facebook was marketed, it's a community, okay, and a community, uh, depending on what type of a community. If you want to have a community that's exclusively pro Democrat or pro, Republican or whatever, then you have to emphasize that on what type of community you would like to develop and endorse as well as support via your platform. So when I sign up on Facebook and other social media platform, I thought it was, a free platform for everyone to express their ideas, concerns, concepts, had the freedom of, speech and freedom of creativity, and their human rights and civil rights aren't violated if you were to, get involved on the platform. But now in the year 2024, everything has changed. I remember Mark Zuckerberg even endorsing economic development capacity building in the first couple of years Facebook was around. He even mentioned that he would like to put satellites where people will have internet access so that they can get on Facebook and get, an opportunity to interact with the world and learn new things, be a knowledge transfer, explore creativity, do all sorts of entrepreneurship type of activities on Facebook. At that time, I guess, when I was trying to talk to Mr. Zuckerberg and try to endorse my concept to him, I don't know if any of my messages to him got through or if he managed to come across, certain values, propositional values of the social media platforms, mainly, Facebook in economic development. I don't know if he got word off of my, concept and via, the way that I was connecting with him on his own social media page on Facebook. I don't know if he got hold of it, but I know for a fact that his main, uh, you know, agenda when he created Facebook was to promote social interaction. Regardless, it doesn't have really. There was no certain condition as long as it's not violent, as long as it's not hurting another person, and he wanted people to connect as friends, families worldwide. So those were really wonderful intentions back then. But today, it seems to me as if Facebook became a police, almost quasi-Nazi type of platform where if they don't agree with your content, you don't get to share it, or they would, silence you and delete your content, or block you or prevent you from getting access to your account. Now these are the things that the communists and dictators of the world, authoritarians, you name it, the ones that tend to have an iron fist over a population would do. you know that's not freedom of of speech, and it's not freedom of interpretation. So I just thought I'd, reflect on some of the things that are happening on the social media platform today, specifically, promoting an agenda, a political agenda, and force feeding that agenda down the throats of the people that are utilizing their platform. Because, we never sign up to be, become guinea pigs of your political agenda. We are not interested, or at least I didn't sign up for being inundated with a political um, agenda that I never wanted to be part of to begin with. Okay, I, as a former U.S. Senate candidate, would share my own agenda on Facebook and other social media platform, but that's me running. Unless somebody who identifies themselves promote an agenda, then they shouldn't be allowed unless they identify themselves on the social media platform. We don't need a police state. We don't need a police social media platform, which Facebook is becoming at a really, really fast pace. And as an author, concept, originator of faceconomics, which is the utilization of the social media platform in economic development, um, that raises a lot of concerns because, you know, we're basically turning over and giving up all our rights to be a part of a social media platform where it was marketed to us as a free platform for us to provide our ideas, thoughts, and concerns and content, and be able to be creative and voice our political opinions that is associated to us. We're not silencing anybody on our pages, or anybody's that disagree with us. We actually can see those people and know who they are, but in a secret you know uh, environment where people managing Facebook and other social media platforms can just easily silence content producers and various opinions, then that's not a democracy. It's definitely not, an upper environment for freedom of speech. That's a dictatorship. That's suppression. That's authoritarianism, communism. You name it. Those are the iron fist type of activities that authoritarian dictators would do to silence dissent. And we don't need that in the social media platform today. Okay. Um, Seriously, not the best, agenda moving forward with, and this goes to all social media platforms. Okay. I mean, I'm just warning the world. I'm making sure that the world knows that if this kind of activities, exercises, and objectives continue to, suppress freedom of speech and human rights and civil rights, okay, of the public, then something needs to be changed big time. Okay. We don't want to get into a situation where we're sucked into a black hole and there's no return. I mean, when you're in that black hole that these social media platforms, specifically Facebook, is developing, when people are sucked in there, they're never going to be able to escape that black hole because it's a social, architecture environment that is forcing people, to navigate in there's certain direction that the people in control and people abusing their power uh, would basically um, you know control people, and it's just not the best environment to be in or even be a part of. Yeah, folks. When you're granted access to the public, such as the Facebook environment and other social media platform, you do not want to, you know, um, abuse that kind of power and authority over the public. Yes, the public may not know or are aware of what are certain conditions and environments that are being developed to socially architect, the utilization of the social media platform. But as someone who has been, I've been monitoring and paying attention to certain changes that are happening on various social media platforms and how it's being developed and policies being implemented. um, I'm very, very worried, as a user, as someone who promoted the social media platform. um, with that said, thank you so much for your time. I will do a part two of this video blog and podcast shortly. You have a wonderful rest of the day. Take care.